The countdown to the Manchester Road Race is on, and today I am here with Michael Disibio, owner of the New Balance stores in South Windsor and Avon. He is going to pass along some tips to help you find a great pair of running shoes. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Good. So excited to have you here. Now, this is very important. I was just telling Michael that I often just go into the store and I kind of just pick what I think looks cute and feels good. But there is something very particular about having a well-fitting shoe when you're running. So explain the importance of that.
Yeah. So these shoes are all designed in a sports lab to have biomechanical benefits. So when you come in, we'll measure and scan your feet. We'll learn about what's going on with your feet, whether you pronate, which is that inward rotation, supinate, roll out, and we can match the right shoe to your feet so that you're more comfortable while you're running. And like I said, it can still be cute.
Yes.
It doesn't have to be ugly.
Fashion and functional.
Correct.
Now, what happens during that fitting process?
So we start with, we can do a manual measurement with a Brannick device, which a lot of people have used before. But then we put you on this cool 3D scanner that analyzes your feet and takes an imaging. And we look at that imaging on an iPad, and it shows us the shape of your feet. It shows us the rotation of your feet. And then we kind of teach you about what we're seeing, talk to you about it, and then bring you over the wall and show you the options that will match best with your feet. So there's levels of support, cushion, and then on top of that, there's the shape of the shoe, and then our shoes come in different widths. So sometimes somebody has a narrower foot or a wider foot. We can match all of that to you and make sure you get the right thing for you, which will mean you can run more comfortably, you can walk more comfortably, you're not going to get blisters or as much pain, and it's a better experience. You're going to want to do it more.
What are some of the risks of running in a shoe that's well past its prime?
So what happens is too much shock can come up to your body. It can cause you a lot of knee pain or lower back pain, shin splints, things like that. And you know, your goal is to be active, is to be out there, so you want to not have those impediments. Yes.
Okay, now you brought a couple of shoes to display this morning. Can you tell us about shoe sizes? Do they change at all when you're a little bit older?
So they can. A lot of people don't realize that. What happens is you're not growing, but you have multiple arches in your feet. And over time with gravity, your arches will start to collapse and elongate. And as that happens, your foot can get longer and wider. And a half size is not a very large measurement. So a full size is only about 1/3 of an inch. It's not nearly as much as most people think. So it's easy to go up a half size in a shoe, especially if your arch is to come down and to expand a little bit.
Okay, good to know. So I'm not making that up. There have been times where I've tried on specific shoes and I'm like, this is a little smaller or larger than I would get. So your foot does change.
Your foot does change.
Okay, all right. Now, how long do running shoes typically last?
So running shoes, if you're using them just for running, kind of going mileage. So usually about 400 to 500 miles. Some lighter weight shoes, like this one here is lighter weight, will be more to the 400. This one here, the 880, is going to be more to the 500. And that's kind of indicative on the midsole. The midsole is that foam piece that we all know and see. That will start to compress and not come back over time and kind of get misshapen with the use. So that's what you start to feel. I always say, when it starts to feel like you're running on a flat tire, it's time for a new pair.
Yeah. Okay. Good to know. Good to know. All right. Is there anything specific about these shoes that you brought with us?
I did. Yeah. The one that's in front of the box, that light blue one, is actually a stability shoe.
Okay.
It has a little bit more reinforcement in the midsole to hold your foot straight for somebody that rolls in and over pronates. The other ones here are neutral base shoes. The orange and the green one are real high performance, has a lot of responsiveness for somebody that wants a real light springy feel when they're running, has more of a neutral gait. This is the blue one on the top here is neutral, but it's inherently stable, so it's a little bit more naturally structured, still soft and cushy. So they have different feels and also work for different foot types, but we'll help guide you through that. It doesn't have to be overwhelming.
Okay, good to know. You don't have to go at it by yourself.
Right.
Got the pros on standby to make sure you get a shoe that's fit for you.
That's right.
All right, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
And good luck to everyone who has signed up to participate in the race. We're going to check in with Brendan. Brendan, I think you said you want to give it a go next year, right?
Yeah, but I need to get those new running shoes now. Not a bad looking shoes right there.